What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. 1,000 plus episodes in, 500,000 streams worldwide and growing. Would not be possible without you guys, so thank you for all your love and support. Today I'm super duper trooper excited. I've got TV host, producer, and film reporter, the beautiful Jaleesa Lashay. Hello, Jaleesa.
Hey, Ash, how you doing? Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be on the show today. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for joining us. To start things off, Jaleesa, where are you from? Where do you represent?
I'm from the Bronx. Shout out to Cardi B.
Yes, the
and all the people in the Bronx killing it. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. I'm from New York. I grew up in the Bronx and Harlem. Yeah, I'm a true, boogie down girl.
Absolutely. See, I knew there was a reason why I liked you, all right? Because, see, I was born in the Bronx. See, a lot of people don't know that. See,
no.
BX represented to the fullest. Yes, repping the A now. But as you were a kid, what was your dream career?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, growing up in the Bronx, we really didn't have much positive representation. It's changing a lot because of gentrification. But, we pretty much grew up in the hood. And I don't really remember having any aspirations besides just, knowing that I wanted to get out of my neighborhood and do more for my community and really make a change and make a difference. I remember in elementary school, wanting to be a veterinarian because I love animals, and I used to go around the neighborhood and, tell the kids to leave the little stray animals alone. But I realized as a vet, I would probably end up, unfortunately, seeing some animals get killed and die, so I didn't want to go that route. But yeah, that's really it. Wanting to be a vet, and I guess I've always been a talkative person, so my purpose was outlined pretty early.
What was your inspiration to pursue media?
Yeah, so I went to Spelman. Shout out to Atlanta.
Yeah,
shout out to Spelman and all the HBCU fellows out there. Yeah, so I went to Spelman. I've always been a very outgoing, talkative person. So, and from early on, in high school, when they would have ceremonies, I would always jump on and be the MC. I would entertain people. And in college, one of my homegirls, we just decided, and she's actually a youth supporter now, we just decided, we were let's do a radio show. So we had a radio show at Clark Atlanta, which is right there at the AUC community, Spelman, Morehouse, and CAU. So we had a radio show at Clark Atlanta. It was about just the time when Twitter started really popping off. Mm-hmm. So we would have the radio show and we would tweet. And we would ask people to ask us questions and engage with us on Twitter, not even knowing what it was. And it got a lot of buzz on our college campus. And really that kind of spearheaded the career. And then I was like, I want to work for BET. So I called one of our Spelman alums. She was at BET. I called her and I'm just like, hey, do you have any advice for me? How can I get to that type of publication or outlet? And she was like, make your own blog, start doing interviews, build your experience. And I literally listened to everything that she said. So I started a blog. I started hustling. I would host local events, started doing interviews. And my first big interview was with Kevin Hart for Think Like a Man. They were doing promo in Atlanta. And that kind of really just jump-started my career.
Now, as you were building your career, and like you said, you pretty much had to carve your own lane. There was no blueprint to tell you exactly what to do and when to do it, how to do it. What were those trials that you were facing?
I think the tough thing with anyone, for my fellow aspiring journalists, on-air talent, whatever it is, the hardest thing is no one has a set plan for how to get it done. Everyone has had a different journey, so there's no plan to follow. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, you go to med school, you go to law school, you pass the bar and you get placed. There's no, but with journalism, there really isn't a set career. So I think the hardest thing is really identifying the opportunities that make sense for you. You really have to have your own independence and really envision what it is that you want, because there's so many different areas and fields that you could go into. So that's been a tough challenge. And then I think, too, really just not allowing people to project their insecurities onto you. A lot of people, they look at entertainment there's only 1 in a million people who make it, and maybe they had dreams when they were kids, so they'll try to shut you down. I had people telling me when I wanted to move to LA, they were like, oh, you'll be a small fish in a big pond. You might as well stay in Atlanta. And a lot of people try to discourage me from moving. So I had to get to a point where I said, you know what, I'm not even going to tell people I'm moving. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to make it happen, and they'll just see it and they'll let it happen. So, I think the biggest challenges are really like identifying your own career opportunities, because you really kind of have to do it on your own and network and hustle and grind. And then 2 is really just like avoiding the negativity. Like that, I can't reiterate that enough. That's very, very important with any career, but specifically as it pertains to entertainment journalism.
Yeah, you got to protect your peace. You have to protect your peace.
You have to.
Yeah, there's no, I agree with that 100%. What was your moment of confirmation? That moment that you just knew, you felt it within yourself that this is what you're supposed to be doing?
Oh, that's a good question, and that is a tough one. I mean,
or what's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
I think whenever I get in front of a camera, I just feel comfortable, and I'm like, you know what? I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here. But probably the most memorable is my first press junket. So a press junket is when you see reporters, we're sitting one-on-one and we're doing promo for a film. So the network sets that up, the studio sets that up. So for example, for Black Panther, I did the press junket for Black Panther. Disney and Marvel come together. They cover the budget. They set up a hotel. They have their actors sitting there all day doing interviews, and they select who gets to interview them. And we kind of just run through those interviews. My first press junket was for Straight Outta Compton. I interviewed the cast of Straight Outta Compton, and I don't know, like I was nervous, but when I sat down and we just started having this conversation, you just feel it. Like I think there's a spiritual feeling in knowing like what I am doing, I am supposed to be doing. This is my purpose. This is a line. And I think just since then, certain opportunities have reaffirmed that. Whether it was the Sterling K. Brown video that went viral at the SAG Awards. I mean, just this past Saturday, I sat down with Oprah. Like it's just so many moments that reaffirm it.
Yeah.
But definitely the first time I did a press junket would be like very memorable for me.
All right, you guys. So we're gonna hang tight for 1 minute. We'll be back with more with Jaleesa. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping. Why not make it comfortable with Casper? Ash Brown here from Ash Said It Daily. Casper products are cleverly designed to mimic human curves, providing supportive comfort for all body types. When I'm touring around the world, there's always one important detail missing: my Casper bed. I can't wait to get home for a restful night's sleep. There's nothing like it. The experts at Casper work tirelessly to make a quality sleep surface that cradles your natural geometry in all the right places. The prices are affordable because Casper cuts out the middleman and sells directly to you. They're all designed, developed, and assembled right here in the U.S. Don't forget about Casper's 100-night risk-free Sleep On It trial. Get $50 towards select mattresses by visiting casper.com/ash and using ASH, ASH, at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Get your Casper mattress for a restful night. Visit casper.com/ash. Promo code ASH. Welcome back to the show, you guys. It's your girl, Ash Brown. We're chatting now with serial entrepreneur herself, the wonderful Jaleesa Lashay. We're talking about her amazing career and how she took charge of her future. She didn't sit around and just, let me wish upon a star that something wonderful will happen. She went out there and she made those things happen. Jaleesa, with everything that's going on in the world, in the industry as a whole, and you're seeing different things come to light. There are new projects being put out there, and there's always going to be press junkets. We're going to need the press for everything. How do you maintain your authenticity when you're on those red carpets?
I hate it because it's such a simple answer, and you really have to be yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of times in our field, we get caught up, especially with social media. We watch other men and women, and we see how they're doing interviews and what they're saying, and we kind of see those viral moments, and we want to kind of like replicate that, or we think there's a certain news voice that you're supposed to have, or whatever it is. Like you can't replicate anything. You have to be yourself. The questions that I ask are genuinely questions that I want to know,
right? That
I'm curious about, and that translates into what you see as viewers. You see me like genuinely asking questions that I want to know. So, if you're not the type of person that asks really deep questions and really serious questions, don't do that. Be funny. Be yourself. Go in there and make them laugh. Like, you really kind of just have to approach it as if you're having conversations with everyday people. Like, I don't treat celebrities any different.
Right.
I talk to them just like they're regular people and ask them what I want to know.
Sounds like a plan. Last but certainly not least, what advice can you offer to any young person out that is looking to pursue a career in media?
My biggest advice, be tight. Be tight, be tight, be tight. And what I mean is, like, don't wait for an opportunity to get your stuff together. Like, I don't care if you're interviewing just some local rapper that has 5 followers. Be tight. Make sure that interview looks well. Make sure everything that you put together looks good. Make sure you practice, and just always, always be ready. Because sometimes we think, oh, I'll wait till I get this opportunity to really tighten up. Like, no, be tight now because you never know who's watching and you never know when your next opportunity is coming. And stay encouraged and surround yourself with positive energy.
Awesome. I love it. Jaleesa Lashay, we are so proud of you. I am so proud of you for being a voice out there for us in the world. And I know that there's so much more. There's so much more for you, 2018 and beyond. But let our audience know also the best way to get in contact with you and to follow you.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, you guys can follow me. I'm pretty accessible and responsive on social media. So Twitter and Instagram, or Instagram at Jaleesa Lashay. That's JaleesaLashay. So at Jaleesa Lashay on Instagram or Twitter, or email me, jaleesalashay@gmail.com. I love talking with everyone. So thank you so much, Ash, for the opportunity. Really, really enjoyed this.
No problem. And thank you guys for downloading the show. We appreciate you so very much. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.